So I had to ring Benjamin Netanyahu, Palestine, I can't remember his name. And then I got my Zionist card out, which said, I am a Zionist. And I bought everything.
Well, you didn't buy nothing.
Shalom. Harry, listen, let me tell you something. Yeah? If there was a war tomorrow, which there will be, because I'll probably start at the end of the session. If there was a war and it kicked off, I would be there on the front line fighting for Israel. Do you know why? Why not? Why not? It's like Celtic. I had some one of my mates' dads come up to me earlier talking about Celtic. Like, oh yeah, but you're Celtic Rangers. You know what I mean? Palestine. Palestine. Why would you support Palestine?
I'm already getting a lot of emails and comments about my last video about Tommy Robinson, where I said that I'm not a fan of Tommy Robinson. Well, how come you're not a fan of Tommy Robinson? Number one, I'm not a fan of anybody. Fan is shorthand for fanatic, and in my opinion, correct me if you think I'm wrong, I don't think you should be a fan of anybody, because that checks you in automatically to one degree or another the cult of personality. And when you're in the cult of personality, cognitive dissonance easily sets in. And let me tell you, cognitive dissonance sets in easily even if you're not in the cult of personality. So that's reason number one. And reason number two is that Tommy Robinson has declared himself to be, and wore a pin during an interview that said, proud Zionist.
I notice you're wearing a shirt or a button that says "I'm a Zionist." What does a Zionist mean to you? What is a Zionist?
Well, a Zionist is someone who believes in a homeland for Jewish people.
I believe. My definition, when I've looked at that in the dictionary, is Israel first.
It means Israel first.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I believe in Israel's right to exist. I believe in their right to defend themselves. I believe that the Jews have been persecuted. And when I look at the Israeli thing, I look at it from my own point of view, growing up in Luton Town. The main extremist is, you know, the Stockholm bomber that we spoke about earlier. He was radicalised in the Luton Islamic Centre. The Luton Islamic Centre used to be the Jewish synagogue until they smashed it up, attacked it and drove them out of there. About 6 years ago, I was walking through Luton and I see some Orthodox rabbis. They had all these police around them walking. What's going on there? They're getting a police escort to walk through the streets of Luton. Now this is year 2012 now in Britain, and no one could wear a skull cap from one Islamic area to the other. They wouldn't get out of that area. So I see today that the Jewish people are persecuted, and I believe no one speaks up for them.
Right. Well, you know, there is a negative connotation in a lot of realms about Zionism, about, you know, international banking, about a lot of things like that. And since it does denote that it is Israel first, can you possibly serve two masters? Meaning, can you serve England and Israel at the same time?
Yeah, my battle is on my homeland, is England. And with regards to the Zionists, Nick Griffin from the BNP, he made a recent video where all he went on about was that I am a Zionist. So this is humour as well. I've just put this.
So it's humorous.
I've just put this picture on Twitter and directed it straight at Nick Griffin. I said, this one's just for you.
Now we could say, well, he's just joking about that. He's just trying to draw attention. If you guys know what Zionism is and what Zionism is all about and what the basic ideology of Zionists is, you couldn't joke about that. You couldn't release a tongue-in-cheek phrase from your mouth saying that you're a Zionist. And for a word picture, without giving you some kind of complex definition of Zionist ideology, a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you want to know what Zionism is, just pull one of these, $1, $5, $10, $20, $100, whatever you have in your pocket. Just pull that out and remind yourself that this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. This right here is physical proof that Zionists own you and have at least since December 1913. When the Federal Reserve International Banking Cartel, the Zionist International Banking Cartel, took over our money supply. And I know I say this over and over and over, but it really, really bears repeating. Amschel Rothschild said, Give me control over a nation's money, and I care not who makes its laws. It doesn't matter to me who your legislators are. It doesn't matter to me who your president is. It doesn't matter if you vote Democrat or Republic. Every vote is a vote for us. That's Zionism. This right here is Zionism. Zionism is total control over the goy. And if you're not Jewish, you're a goy. Now, you can call that anti-Semitic if you want to, but there's a lot of Jews that are 100% against Zionism. And Zionism transcends Jews, because even Joe Biden and others, many others, that's just one example. Joe Biden says, hey, you don't have to be Jewish to be a Zionist. I'm a Zionist.
You know, I used to say early on when I was a kid, I'd say, when I was a young senator, I'd say, if I were a Jew, I'd be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist.
So Zionism is an ideology. It is not a race. It's not a particular race of people. It is an ideology that's literally antithetical to anyone but a Zionist. It is 100% total control over not only the monetary system, but everybody who uses that monetary system. This isn't the land of the free and home of the brave. This is land of the fee, home of the slave, because this is a note of debt. This is not a dollar worth value. This is not worth $10 worth of silver. This is a Federal Reserve International Zionist Banking Cartel banknote. That's all it is. No intrinsic value. It only derives its value from what people perceive in their minds for it to be. So Zionism is total control over anything and everything non-Zionist. And if you want proof of all this, guys, I'll put Tommy Robinson, some of the links in there. Now, at the same time, I'm for Tommy Robinson, the person, in that if I call for let's say Tommy Robinson is still a Zionist, okay? If I call for Tommy Robinson, the person, to be censored and jailed because he exposed this cult, this Muslim grooming cult in the UK, if I call for him to be jailed, I'm calling for me and you and everybody else that at one point or another I'm going to disagree with to be jailed as well and harassed. And that's antithetical to humanity. So I'm not a fan of anybody, and nor should you be. If you think you should be a fanatic for somebody, that's the whole one of the big problems that we here have in America and pretty much all over the world, is if you attach yourself to a person and check yourself into the cult of personality, which requires that you check your mind at the door, you have just entered into a realm where you can be easily manipulated and controlled. We're already manipulated and controlled monetarily. The last thing we need is to be manipulated and controlled mentally. So I would urge everybody, don't be a fan of anybody. I mean, you got your sports fans, you got your rock star fans, you got your soap opera fans, your Hollywood fans. Oh, fan, and you elevate this person. They crap just like you do. They put their pants on just like you do, or dress, or whatever. They breathe like you. They have blood cells flowing in their veins like you do. There's nothing different or special about them over you. Be a fan of a person, it's very childish, and it's a good way to set yourself up to be further deceived. Because all of us, if we're just honest with ourselves, we're all deceived somewhere, somehow, about something. We don't all have our acts together. We're on a journey. We're constantly waking up to, oh my gosh, hey, I thought I knew this 5 years ago, but gosh, this is really how it is, because evidence has presented itself. There are people back in the 1920s and 30s, doctors were recommending cigarettes. Cigarettes are good for you. Smoke Camel, smoke menthol. And then come to find out, a couple years later, people are dropping dead. And now, even with the information age that we have, we literally have the world. Oh, I can't pull out my phone because I'm recording on the phone. We have the entire world. We have the libraries of the world on these little portable devices. And people still puff on cancer sticks. What the heck is going on? Insane. It's utter insanity. People know that smoking gives them cancer, and it's so in your face. It's on the outside of the little cartons. You know, they change up the Surgeon General's warning, changes the message, but it says, it doesn't say cigarette smoking may cause cancer. It says will, and people still light them up, puffing out, breathing that stuff into their lungs. It's insane. It's insane. To the tune where today the statistics are 450,000 people a year die from cigarette smoking. 71,000 people die every year from FDA-approved pharmaceutical drugs. And they're going to take guns from us because guns kill 36,000 people when really 23,000 of those 36,000 are suicides. They're going to take guns from you because we're politicians and we care about humanity. Oh gosh, vote for me, I'm a Republican and I care about you, I want to save your life. We're going to implement red flags laws, these extreme risk protection orders where if somebody sees you in the grocery store with a firearm, they can follow you home, make a 911 call, the cops, ask the judge for a warrant, they get a warrant, they go into your house, they violate your Fourth Amendment rights, violate your Second Amendment rights, take all your guns, keep them for a year, put you under psychological evaluation. That's where we're at as a society because of the cult of personality, because of cognitive dissonance, because of psychological operations. That's what's going on. And none of us have all the answers, guys. It's just like the other day when I did that video on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, where she comes out against, she wants to dissolve DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, and all the Republicans because they're against Ocasio-Cortez. She thinks she's brain dead. Are you kidding me? What's America going to do without the Department of Homeland Security? I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to save $47.1 billion a year. $9 billion of that goes to the TSA. TSA red team tests, their own federal tests, indicate that 95% of guns and explosives make their way through the TSA, through the x-ray machines, onto departing flights. So the TSA is $9 billion worth of security theater, and that's it. That's how checked out we are as Americans. Well, as long as I feel safe. Yeah, Ocasio-Cortez, we shouldn't be against DHS. DHS is enslaving you. Yes, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hates your ever-loving guts. How do we know? Because she's a socialist. What's socialism? It's the redistribution of wealth. It's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying, yeah, steal money from all those people so we can give them free health care. Steal $93 trillion so we can clean up the environment. Hey, you want to clean up the environment? Dissolve the government. You're talking about the United States federal government is the worst gross polluter on the planet. You want to help the planet? Get rid of the government, which means you're going to get rid of Bernie Sanders, which means you're going to get rid of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which means you're going to get rid of, I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. You're going to get rid of all those bozos. $174,000 a year, that's $467 a day. That's like 60 to 90 bucks an hour. I don't know. I didn't break it down by the hour, but it's $467 a day. And they don't even work 365 days a year. And when they do work, they're busy writing laws and taking our rights away. Yes, I'm Republican. I'm Democrat. Isn't this great? Our guy's in the office so he can control the other guy who doesn't want to be controlled. It's just psychological operations inside and out, upside and down, black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We're being controlled. So I'm not a fan of anybody, and I don't want you to be a fan of me. I'm not looking for fans. I'm looking for people who want to just stand on principle. The principle of it's always wrong to initiate unjust force and violence on peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong. Standing on the principle of nobody has a higher claim over your life and property than you. Nobody. I don't care who they are. I don't care what prefix they have before their name or how fancy their plaque is on their desk or what kind of title they have or what neat little hat they got. They are not worthy of your fanaticism. Therefore, I'm not a fan. And Zionism is cancer. Look it up. Look up the Greater Israel Project. Look up the meaning of Zionism and the desire of Zionism. All you got to do is DuckDuckGo it. DuckDuckGo it. Don't Google it. Because if you Google it, I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're going to feed your bias, and they're going to keep the the good things that you need to learn away from you. You gotta duck go it. Sometimes I just feel like I'm going crazy in this crazy world. I gotta clock into my wage slave job. I love each and every one of you guys. If you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give them thumbs up, share them with everybody you know. And if I said something that is not in accordance with wisdom and logic and truth and basic human compassion, let me know in the comment section below. I'm reasonable. I don't have all the answers. I'm probably the dumbest person you know. But I'll tell you what I do have. I got passion for the truth and wanting to get the truth out there and be corrected by the truth myself. This is a journey. And we're all in this together, guys. We are all in the same boat. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care what the color of your skin is. I don't care what how you talk. I don't care how smart or stupid you may think you are or whatever. We are all in this together. And if we do not stand together, we will hang separately. Please subscribe to my BitChute channel, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on this platform. They're going to kick me off. I will ride it till the wheels fall off. Subscribe to me on my BitChute channel. Go to my website, highimpactflix.com, and sign up to my newsletter. I'll send videos every day because a lot of people aren't getting the notifications. And also go to my High Impact Vlogs channel, which, wait, you are on High Impact Vlogs. Go to my main channel, High Impact Flicks, and my backup to the backup channel, High Impact TV. And my son released a new video just the other day about a situation involving some cops that was pretty interesting. It's a 3-minute video. So if you could check his video out and maybe subscribe, leave a comment, tell him what you think about it. He's really motivated to try to change this world in his zone of influence. So I really appreciate every one of you guys. You have a good day. Remember, make it a good day. Make it a great day, not only for yourselves, but also for everybody in your zone of influence. If you guys enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Also, check out over 100 hard-hitting designs in the shirt store, and if you want to support more content, hit me up on Patreon or PayPal. All those links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.